Kristyn Clarke here with PopCultureMadness.com. We are backstage at Rock Allegiance in Hershey, PA, and I have the pleasure to sit here with John Allen of Charm City Devils. How are you?
Doing great. Good to see you again.
Yeah, so, last time we caught up was at Croc Rock in Allentown, and, fill me in. What's been going on? I mean, it seems like Sins is continuing to garner, pretty positive reviews and everything.
Well, since we saw you last, we signed a new deal with E1 Records, we're very happy about. And we went out on tour for a month with Theory of a Dead Man and Aranda, and we actually just got word a little while ago we're grabbing the next leg of the Theory tour that starts in October 20th, and it gets us running all around, Midwest, Texas, back to the East Coast for a little bit. We're actually playing Stroudsburg, the Sherman Theater, in early November, I believe. So yeah, I mean it's good, man. It's just continuing. We'll probably be doing Christmas shows all the way up, till the end of the year, supporting the record.
That's good. So, I mean, how'd the deal come about with E1? I've heard absolutely nothing but positive things about the label, and that they just seem to get the artists that they're working with. How'd that come about for you guys?
Well, through the success of Man of Constant Sorrow at radio, the guy, we put it out through my friend's independent label, Fat Lady Music, and he started talking to a couple different labels, and Scott Gibbons at E1 came calling and listened to the record and really liked the whole record. He actually sat with it, and there's actually a person in the business who listens to music, and checks it out. It's great, So he listened to the record, and that was a great sign, and he loved it, and that was another great sign. So we felt like it would be a great home for us, and they have Pop Evil, which is doing great, and Saving Abel, and, a lot of bands in our wheelhouse, as they say, and just felt like a good home for us.
Absolutely. Every band that I've talked to that's been involved with them they all have this passion behind their music, and then they say that that's definitely fulfilled by the label, by somebody that's actually speaking for them for once and gets it, because I know the rock industry is hard these days. So how do you feel about where it's going?
It's tough, and I think music cycles a lot like fashion. So there's always, there's gonna be dips and peaks. So if this is a dip, hopefully the peak is around the corner. We'll see in a few years. I mean, I don't think you can kill rock music. I think it continues on. And like I said, we'll see that in the future. But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's alive and well. And the venues that we're playing, playing with Theory, supporting them. I mean, there's been 1,000 to 10,000 people out every night. So it's been a really great experience. We can't thank those guys enough for taking us out, and we're turning people onto our music in return, and getting the CDs out there, and getting we go out every night. We meet people, and we hang out at the merch table. We shake hands. We sign stuff. We get to know people. It's really cool, man. You get to see people who are passionate about music. Fans that are passionate about music. So it keeps you going. It really does.
Oh, absolutely. So have you had any fun groupie fan experiences yet?
My wife might see this. So. No, we're pretty laid back. I mean, it's we're good guys. We're good guys. We're good.
It's awesome. So, what is it like for you guys? I mean, obviously, when we saw the show at Croc Rock, there was average turnout for there, and then these huge festivals with tens of thousands of people. What's it like to you to switch hats and play those different types of shows?
It's I don't really change the how I approach it either way. I was asked today to watch my language, since we're playing outside of Hershey, Park, and there's families, with their kids and stuff, down on the rides and stuff, and the sound really carries here apparently, and I totally forgot myself when I was up there, and I was just dropping the F-bomb, here and there. But yeah, I mean, it's
a rock show.
It's a rock show, If you're gonna have rock allegiance here, you're gonna have to expect a little bit of that. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is I guess we've been home from the Theory of a Dead Man tour, and I was just telling somebody, I went out there and I'm running all over the place the first song, and I stopped for a second and I'm singing, I'm singing the song, and I'm like, and in my head I'm thinking, wow, man, it's like 100 degrees out here, and oh yeah, I never run around this much on this song, and why am I doing it right now in the 100-degree weather and 100% humidity and everything? So that being a difference when you're on a big festival, like you're so amped up and you want to put out all this energy, and you want to convey that energy to thousands of people out there, and sometimes you forget yourself, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like out of air. I gotta take a second here. We got a slow song we can play, and we don't. So we didn't cue it up. No.
Well, I mean, I have to give you so much credit because, seeing you guys in a smaller place like Krok Rock and seeing you guys here at a large festival, it was like I was getting the same show. Like, do you know what I mean? You had just as much energy, just as much enthusiasm, whether you guys were playing for 10 people or 10,000 people, and that's definitely commendable.
Well, that's something that I've always felt strongly about. I mean, even if like you said, if there's 10 people there, they paid their money. They're coming to see a rock show. It's weird being a performer. I think sometimes, like I used to feel when I was playing drums, that if a band was too intense and too over the top when they have a smaller crowd, that it comes off being false. So you had to temper it. But I don't know about that anymore, because you want to get into it, and you want to perform for the people that are there, no matter what the number is. It's certainly a lot easier to perform for thousands, because there's an energy that comes off the crowd that helps you as a performer even raise your energy level. So it's a human thing, I guess. You just kind of have to feel your way out, and do what you do. I mean, our bass player was very ill today. We didn't know if he was going to be able to make the show, and his, he was like, I'm going to take it easy, man. I'm not going to rock out. And I looked over, and he's rocking the fuck out. You can't not do it. You get into it, and you do what you normally do, man. And you let the chips fall.
Well, I mean, that's certainly an interesting perspective that we don't hear all the time, because, as fans, we're watching it out in the crowd and we see one side of it, but we don't always mentally know what's going through the artist's head from the opposite, like almost the flip side of that, when they're looking out and seeing everybody else's faces looking back at them. So
yeah, it's there are a lot of aspects, I guess, and you can think your way out of anything. I think that singing is like, I've talked to a lot of different people. It's almost like being the pitcher on a baseball team. I think so much of it is mental. Of course there's a physical aspect of it, but a lot of it is just your mentality and how you go into it head-wise. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned that there's some more upcoming dates with Theory of a Dead Man coming up. Is there anything else on the horizon? Maybe you said some holiday shows and things like that?
We are doing a bunch of festivals. I don't know how soon this will air, but besides Rock Allegiance, next Saturday or Saturday after, the 15th of September, we're doing Rockin' the River Bottom in Williamsport, Maryland. And we do September 22nd at Pier 6 with Seether and Sick Puppies. That's the 98 Rock down there, their Autumn Equinox Festival. And before all that, the 11th and 12th, we're playing with Mark Tremonti in the Northeast. We're playing the Rock Junction in West Greenwich, Rhode Island.
Is that for his solo album?
Yeah, his solo record. And then we're doing New York City, the Highline Ballroom on the 12th of September, supporting Tremonti.
That's awesome. Yeah, like I just heard his solo record not that long ago. It's amazing. So that should definitely be a good show.
Rock on.
I want to thank you for taking a few minutes out to speak speak with me.
No worries,
And
thank
you know, enjoy the rest of time here in Hershey, and hopefully we'll catch up with you
Can't
on
wait
one
to
of
see
the.
the rest of the bands.
Yeah.
A couple more beers and just have a good time.
Enjoy. Thank you.